Hi, my dear readers. This is Simona Rich. In this video, I'm going to talk again about coronavirus because this is important, and I know everyone is talking about it, but this is a serious matter. So I'm going to tell you some of the my takes and the developments of coronavirus and other things about it, but I can't talk loud because, as you can see, there are people here, and another person checked into this hotel close, so I'm recording it outside the balcony, and we are sharing this balcony, so I can't speak loud. So now the situation is that since I'm from a small country, there are no flights for my country, and I'm fine with that. But here people are panicking. There are in Nepal, there are some people who are stranded, and for example, in this guest house there is a French lady that's staying, and she's totally panicking. She's so scared. I was talking to her and I could feel her fear. It was terrible fear that she had. I even felt her vibration. It was terrible. So it's not that we are in a bad situation now, but people are really panicking, and that's the problem, because if you're panicking, what can you do? Then you can't get guidance. If you're panicking, then you're disconnected from the guidance, and it's very important for us to keep it, this connection strong at this time. So I believe that if we are not panicking, then we are going to be shown what to do, and we are in a place that where we are supposed to be. We were by the higher self, we were directed to go to those places. So panic is never the right thing to do. Fear is never the thing that helps us. It hinders us. So if at the beginning people panic in such a way, this is not going to end well. So I don't know if I am going to be able to go to my country. I think that if my government, if the embassy doesn't help, then maybe I will be able to stay in Nepal. I don't want to go to India now because of the Modi. I don't like that person at all. He's always imposing extremely strict measures, and we can see now that people are on 21 days curfew, and if they go out, police beats them. Okay, let's see some videos about people refusing to obey. You can see police violently beating people. In Kerala, they also can be imprisoned and heavily fined, like in the US. I think it's the case, and that's just terrible. That's terrible what is happening. They're actually, maybe I will show some videos, they're actually beating people. Can you imagine? I had to stop recording because the lady started cleaning here. So I'm going to resume. I hope I'll find my notes. I told about that police in India. Now the situation is really bad because the government is run by people who are really extreme. So I love staying in India, but if something, they just take two extreme measures, and now people are under the lockdown for 21 days, and if they resist, police actually beats them, not only men but women as well. They just beat people, and cruelly, like, it's just so sad. And also the situation is bad for foreign people in India. So really the universe has guided me out, because the silly news always spreads rumors that only like foreign people have the virus. Of course, Indian people who are exposed to virus will get it, but the news kind of made it seem like only foreigners have the virus. So actually there were even violence against foreigners, and people want them out of the country, and it's just the foreigners in India are treated so badly now, and so I'm very happy that I'm out of there. And it's so sad because this is going to affect India in a bad way because of the tourism, and just people will talk that they were mistreated in India. But in Nepal it's different. Here only so far only 3 cases have been found, and all of them I think are locals, so people from Kathmandu, so they don't spread the rumor that only foreigners have the virus. So foreigners are actually helped here, so it's a good place to stay. But I think I'd rather now go to my country because I have a farm. So I mean, I have a land, so I can establish some kind of farm. But if I can't go there, I'm fine. I will keep positive, and I will see how I'm guided to act. And it's such a shame that people are not allowed to go out. If they go out, they have no rights now. It's like they are criminals. So this, for me, it shows that it's not about virus. It's about keeping people obedient to see if they are complying, if they will comply with government. If they don't, they get arrested, they get fined, and in Asian countries they can be beaten. We have no rights. And celebrities encouraging people to stay at home all over the world. They have the I stay at home hashtag for the safety of this and that. And this, I think, is also orchestrated, because how come they're so united in this? Why are we encouraged to stay at home? And then, as I shared a video with you on social networks, cable companies are installing 5G in schools and other public places whilst we are told to stay at home, and we are fined if we go out. What else are they doing that we don't know? It's sad, and people comply. I walk every day. I don't care. I have right to walk. And here I don't see, when I walk, I see just vehicles of police, and then some water vehicles delivering water, but I don't see anything else. But it's an undeveloped country. But in Europe, maybe in other places also, people witness 5G being installed. So if you notice that in your own country, I know in the US this is being done, but if you noticed it in any other country, if you're from any other country, let me know. This is interesting. What are they up to see? And I think that the reason now people are people are encouraged to go to their own countries, and there are actually flights organized to take people to their own countries, because governments know that it's for the long haul. So everyone is being returned to their own country, because if it would be just a few months matter, I don't think that there would be such a rush to take people to their own countries. And for example, in Nepal, from 3rd of April, you're supposed to come back to your own country. But I will go to the embassy and I will see the situation there. But I think it's done all over the world. And before, in India, India just closed the borders but allowed foreigners to stay. But now, I don't know about India. Here, foreigners are asked to leave. in India, maybe the situation is the same. I know that some states are closing to new tourists, so there new foreign people are not allowed in certain states, even within India. And even the valid visas are no longer valid if you're out of India, and you would have to apply for the new visa in order to enter India. I think this is done to prepare people to be compliant with the new world order, and I think that if we don't resist, it's not going to end well for us. I don't believe it's about virus. I believe it's about seeing whether people will comply, and if military is used or police is used, whether people still rebel or they comply. I think that's the elites testing whether we're going to comply with that or not. So it's very sad, but this is the time that we live in. And one of the first cases of coronavirus, I guess it was from January, and interestingly then it was on January 12th we saw Pluto and Saturn conjunction. Pluto and Saturn conjunction often starts wars, and for example the First and Second World Wars began from Pluto and Saturn conjunction. I think that it's a sort of war also here, because it's a bio war, in my opinion. This virus, I don't believe it's from bats or any wild animals. I believe it's human engineered. And I think that the news, the elites want to create a lot of fear, because then people can be affected by that virus. It's just such, that's what I'm noticing, such a huge attempt to create fear. It's like they are making the situation seem out of proportion so that people really panic, and it works. As I said, foreign people are panicking. Unfortunately, the elites achieved what they want, and I think that if you panic, that virus can affect you much more. And if you're also exposed to 5G, it's really tough. So I encourage people not to panic, just to stay calm. Now you're fine. That's the most important thing to understand. Don't allow the mind to talk you into being scared. Now you're fine. Now you're okay. So just relax into that and be present. Don't allow the mind to engage you into, thoughtful, fearful thinking. Just stay present. Do not allow yourself to think negative thoughts, and be present so that you hear guidance. That's the most important thing to do in these times. So don't be afraid. Being afraid is the worst thing to do in these times. Be present, be uplifted, meditate, enjoy the nature if you have it, or focus on something that uplifts your mind. Fortunately, in Nepal, nature is beautiful, and today it's a beautiful day. Maybe you hear some birds. It's very beautiful and I enjoy it. But unfortunately, I see many sad faces around. So that's all I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you for watching. Take care.